Alright, so we're starting again where we left off in the previous video. We're still on Arch, yes we are. Even though it says ArcoLinux logo, we started with the Arch Linux ISO, build our way up with WHAT IFS, all the subvolumes, and now we're going to, well, we've tweaked around 30 minutes it took to get to this design. And now we're going to actually go to launch the ArcoLinux Tweak Tool. So like I said in the previous video, it does say ArcoLinux Tweak Tool, right? It doesn't say ArcoLinux Tweak Tool. But let's give it a go. Let's give it a try just for my brain's sake, right? Sherlock Holmes cap is on. And then you say, let's launch the ArcoLinux Tweak Tool. Now, you need to read code, obviously. Python launches and it does things. He wants to do something with the sddm GUI. So we use sddm, fine, sddm is installed, okay. But it wants to split up some lines, current equals split tool sddm value get function list functions by list index out of range. Okay. Now the thing is, we've decided to do something, and just following the video is already interesting because it explains how your computer works, right? Like opening a car and look at how does it function, right? sddm. We have this, we have this. Okay, cool. I will need to know that. What is where? And I have sddm, and what was this kind of tool? Oh no, my mouse pad. No, my friend. No, my friend. Right mouse click, open with Sublime Text, yes. Open with other applications, Sublime Text forever and ever. Okay. So we got cells. That. Then there's another one down here, let's hope. Check, double click, another one. Now we have to check it out, right? So KDE settings, these two we have. This one goes there. Oh, what did I do? I dragged them along. You stay there. Thank you. And you, let's have a look. So, what's going on? Current. Current is ArcoLinux Simplicity. And where is it going to read it? Is it going to be here? Or here? Then I take my own system, my ArcoLinux system. I need to figure out what's going on. So this really is a Sherlock Holmes thing. There's no immediate solution that I can give you, right? I need to figure it out myself. So compare systems. This is Arch to the left, and my other system, my host system, is of course ArcoLinux. So it's an easy compare. The virtual machine thing and the real thing. I have kde_settings.conf, so the file name is the same. And the content is relogin, false session user, and so on. Theme. It doesn't make sense to me why he's having trouble reading the files, because they're the same name files, the same content. Let's check the other one. sddm.conf is this content. And now we have the same cursor theme, we bought a modern eyes, threshold, faces, fonts. Where's the, here it is. So why is he doing that? I'm looking for differences, and the word is current. Control find current. Where do we find it? Not in here. but we do find it in here. The word current is here, equals ArcoLinux Simplicity. I've never installed ArcoLinux Simplicity. Oh my god, right? Oh my god, don't tell me it's only that. Sherlock Holmes, guys. Sherlock Holmes, trial and error. Target not found. Git. Huh? Ah yeah, it's sddm. Eh? The name is different. It's sddm git. att. Huh. How easy was that? I thought it would be more complex than that. All kinds of things I had to change. But no. Okay. We can use the time to do something else. To install LeftWM, my love of today. We have firmware issues, right? Well, not issues, but warnings. And we are so tired of all these warnings. Sudo pacman -s Linux firmware. The only thing that we need is, I think, Q or something, Q logic or something. Let's see. Well, before and after, right? Before, here are the warnings. After, sudo pacman -s Linux firmware Q something, QL, I think, Q logic, yeah. Okay. After, three more. Yeah, we've added in them in a list of packages, but we've also created a package on our repo about firmware warnings, to get rid of firmware warnings. Oh yeah, sure. We could install pamac. So we have that as well. I don't use it for installing. I use it to analyze. I want to know what this is. I know I've put a package online about the firmware. So if I type update, hey, software, yeah, software it was, I'll get it, and firmware, what name could it have been? Could it have been, right? There is a package. Anyway, so three more with this package. No, you want to know it, of course. Let me pause the video then. Where's the button to pause the video? Here. All right, found it. So sudo pacman -s make init cpio something, and it's firmware. If you install that one, all the other things come in, and the ones if you just want to go for not everything, but just a few, then this is the one that needs to be installed. Maybe we do a no. So this is the group package kind of thing that's coming from the AUR. Somebody's maintaining that. But if you want to go for just the things that we see now here, that's this one, and WD is 1.7. That one, let's take it slowly. And do this. Now there's still one left. XHC, what was it again? That had nothing to do with the naming. Had nothing to do with the name. I think it's this one. Yep, let's see. So sudo pacman -s upd something. Yeah. And yes, all the warnings are gone. And we've made our own choice, right? We just selected 3 of them instead of a bunch of them. So 3 rather than 1, 2, 3 more. All right, choices. That's that. The warnings are gone. Left WM has been installed. Log out. Nice little simplicity. This often, sometimes it's well, this is VirtualBox, VMware, right? So it is white on real machines, but it is not readable now. Ooh, we still have some work to do. Conkeys, the wallpaper. Wallpaper, what wallpaper is that? This is the candy wallpaper, I guess. Sudo pacman. Ooh, there we go. Set xbe. Sudo pacman -s ArcoLinux with more wallpapers. So just press tab, dual ones or dual monitors, and I guess it's gonna be candy git that I use there. Super Shift R. Nope, not showing. Updates available. Are you sure? Yeah, I've just made this new package, so now we have yet as a requirement. Voila, log out. I did choose rooms. And that's that. This little thing, I think it's a conky, not sure. I don't have the icons that it should have. Sudo pacman. Sudo pacman -s ArcoLinux. And then candy something. Candy Beauty, the one for the development and the one that we use. Hey, it was installed. It's not set yet. Control D, Lexperience. No, Lexperience is not there. Control T, sudo pacman. That's always with tiling window manager. People don't get it often, but tiling window manager, you need to do everything yourself. Not ready for it? Stick to GNOME, stick to Mate, to Cinnamon, to XFCE, to Plasma. There are application settings to do all that. Okay. Alex appearance. Let's see what it has. It has art dark. No, I want a dark color. Icon theme. ArcoLinux Candy Beauty. Mouse cursor. Ooh, Bibata cursor is not there. Sudo pacman -s Bibata. Cursor theme bin. Off we go. You're gone. And what I'm doing is Super Shift D, by the way. So the D menu, coming from DWM, has been around since 6 years. And yeah, you miss it if it's not there. So that's my menu. It's already set, as you can see, but this needs to be set. Apply, close, and we open it up, and we have this. Time to change maybe the resolution. Why not, right? And my keyboard is okay. Still, no, okay. The question is what I'll do, right? There is xrender is installed. Yes, it is installed. So I know what it is. This is left WM. So now we're actually teaching left WM. It doesn't have anything to do with ArcoLinux anymore, right? It's just explaining how everything works in a tiling window manager. There's the config2ml. There are the themes, candy, setting everything up. Super F. There is no definition of xrender here. That's also not a good idea. Sudo pacman -s auto render. Let's see, auto render. And then, oh, where am I typing? Wrong screen. Auto render horizontal. Okay. So if this code, Control Shift C, is in this code, he still thinks he has a very small screen. That's okay. Well, I put it somewhere. It doesn't really matter where I put it, but it has to be loaded. Save, Super X, we log out. That was a big cursor. And we log back in. Aha, he did find it, but he has trouble. He has trouble. And why are we not seeing a wallpaper? Sudo pacman. Okay, keyboards. Done with the keyboards. Sudo nano. Let's see what's in there. Well, first my keyboard. Sudo nano and then etc x11 numlock. Yeah. What else? Xorg. And what else? There is nothing there. There is no actual, wow, beautiful cursor. There's no actual 00. So that's Calamares, right? Calamares does that for us. So we need to set it manually, setting our keyboard manually in there. That's a bore. I need to figure that out, since I don't need to set that. Well, let's get first sudo pacman. I hate this gray thing. Fe is a good one. Nitrogen is a good one. Both of them are worth your time, right? Super Shift R. I need to have a wallpaper. Then everything is working here as well. Although this looks a bit strange. So let's give it time to boot up. Start again from really start up again and see what it does now. Okay, it's still stuck here. Maybe it's a VMware thing, I don't know. Seems to be. Maybe it's the auto render horizontal. So let's do something different. Sudo pacman. Yes, I know, I'll fix it later. I'll do sudo pacman -s and then a render. Let's see if it's an a render horizontal thing kind of thing. A render gives me control, gives me control over code. Otherwise I have to type it and I'd hate typing. So view output virtual one primary resolution. No. 1920 and 1080. So I think I have a very big screen. No, I do not have a very big screen. Check. All right, and then save it. So save as, and then screen.sh or something. Save. Then we have a look what's in there. In this screen.sh screen layout, what we have is this code. Control C, put it in here. Auto render is out. Not for my virtual machine, it's not going to work. Maybe on real metal it will work, right? Because now he thinks I have a super screen. That's not the case. Reboot. Ay. Still the same issue. That's correct. So what am I missing? Why is it cutting it off here? Very strange indeed. VirtualBox. It all comes to the conclusion that it's ending here. Come on, wallpaper, change. It ends here, the polybar. So, no, it's not a polybar thing, because it stops here. So left WM also thinks I'm at a smaller screen. Strange. Strange indeed. Let's go back to XFCE. Let's go back to XFCE. Okay. Let's focus on the keyboard thing. So ArcoLinux Xorg keyboard layout. What should I do? I want to do it in Xorg, nowhere else. Setting keyboard layout. Control C, Control Shift T, Control Shift V. Don't care about that, don't care about that, don't care about that. I want Belgian, please, and the rest is okay. And sudo probably. Before I do anything, file system etc x11 xorg-conf-d sudo. Nothing happens. Where's my 00? This is what I want. The locale, that's the one I want. This is the one I want. I copied the wrong thing. Okay. No, not okay. Wait, locale.ctl, Control C, and then here, this one, Control C. Well, I don't want all that. I just want this little piece. Control C, and then sudo, Control Shift V. So what do I have? I want BE, PC 104, no convert, and this. And then we look at this. And don't forget, you have a system to compare. Often people say, Eric, what? Take your current system. etc x11 xorg.conf 0keyboard.conf, and I see, and I compare what I get with Visual Studio Code. So input class correct, plain text not correct. Let's see, Perl something, some coloring. System keyboard, matches keyboard is on. There's an extra line that I don't have on my current system, and that's this one. I don't have that line on my ArcoLinux system, but all the rest. Wait a moment. No, all the rest is the same. So voila, I've got myself a BE. So that's that. Now why is left WM so strange? Another thing you can do is go back to the ArcoLinux Tweak Tool and say, is awesome, is BSPWM, is i3 reacting strangely, or is that working, and is it the left WM problem? That's the thing, right? Sherlock Holmes. Don't ask people too fast for questions. Figure it out first. What if I tried something else? Is i3 doing its work? It's not. Why is it not doing its job at becoming big? Is it a virtual? Maybe it's a VMware thing, right? Maybe it's a VMware thing. Did we think about installing something to help VM? Open VM tools, are they installed? They are not installed, the Open VM tools. Okay. Is that all? Maybe. Trial and error. Sudo reboot. Do we need to enable something? That's also always a reflex. If you install something that's system related or something, maybe sometimes you need to enable these things. Okay. Nothing happens. Sudo system ctl enable what? This is what you can enable. 130 things. So yes. Okay, VMware. Hopefully it starts with V. I don't know, VMware or something else. I do have a VM tools D service. VM tools D service. Let's give it a try. Enable it. Has created the symlink, and then we sudo reboot again. SR. And then we go up and up again. No response. How about left WM? Did anything change? Wow, left WM is okay. Really? Yeah, really. It's working. So, next Sherlock Holmes never ends, right? As long as you realize that it never ends, the search for answers. It never ends. And if you get frustrated by it, oh, voila. If you get frustrated by it, don't use Linux. Please don't use Linux, because it is a challenge. Maybe a daily challenge. I don't know. Maybe a weekly challenge. But there will be things that you say, oh, I don't know how this works. And that's okay. Wait for it. Knowledge will grow. Or if you don't want to spend time in, right? Don't use Linux. Voila, I'm going to end this. So we figured it out. VM tools service had to be enabled. And then I'm VMware, right? If you're on VirtualBox, something else. If you're QEMU, something else. If you're maybe on boxes, something else. And how many more virtual machines will be developed in the future. Maybe sometimes you need to enable a service, and there are quite a few services to enable. So system ctl enable or start something, and if it's not in the list, it means actually it's already enabled. But you can ask the status, and then you know if it is. Status of VM tools. Active, running. All right, I'm out. Have fun in the learning process, because that's what we're promoting. Learning how to use Linux. We happen to be on ArcoLinux. We put some stuff on there, applications, configurations, but a lot of knowledge goes in our videos, in our websites. Enjoy.